Hi guys, hope everyone is doing good. So today we are going to take a look at this problem which goes by the name partition equals subset sum. Uh, Given an array nums return true if the partition of the array, you can partition the array into two subsets. If not, you return false. And subset should have same sum. So for example, if we have one, if we have 1, 5, 11, and 15. So we can partition this into two subsets. So subsets are different from subarrays. So subset and subarray. So subarray is continuous. Subset can be any combination, like you can pick this one and then you can pick this 11, right? Now in this, what we can do is like you can pick this one, this 5 and this 5, right? So 1, 5, 5 and then 11 on this side, right? This becomes 11, this becomes 11. Both are of same sum, right? Now here this is not continuous. Subset is not continuous, basically. So that's the first thing. And here you can make it. Now let's take a look at another example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here if I have to try subset, I can either uh, think of this 1, 2 and then 3, 8. That's not equal, right? Is not equal. Or I can think of 6, 5 not equal, right? So this way it is not equal. Now, one way to kind of understand this, like one intuition that it kind of gives. So x plus x is equal to 2x. Let's say this is our subset 1, this is our subset 2. So if they both have same sum, right, then the total sum will be even, right? That is kind of understood. That's the first intuition that comes to our mind, that okay, the total should be even. Now in this case, the total is 11, right, which is not even. Modulo 2 is not equal to 0. If this is the case, then you can directly return false, right? Now in second scenario, right, so then this comes down to another problem. So if let's say I again copy this thing, the first test case. Now in this, either you can take this into your subset 1, right? Either you can take this or you can skip this. Take or skip, right? Now this again, so now whenever there is a take or skip, it kind of becomes a dynamic programming problem where you kind of make choices, right? Whether you take this or you don't take this, right? Now that is the basic intuition behind it, that what we will try to do is that whatever our total sum, we'll divide it by 2 because that is our sum that we want to find. So in this case, it will be 22 by 2, 11. So that is our sum that we want to find out. And then we'll do a DP on this array to check whether 11 can be found, right? So let's say we didn't take this, we didn't take this, we just took this, right? And then yes, we can form 11. Now, if we can form 11, we definitely know that there is something remaining that also contributes to 11 because the total sum is 22, right? So that way, it will be giving us the correct answer. So this is the intuition behind it. So now I'll code one by one. And if you want to just see the final output, you can just skip to the end. But the main idea is to kind of give how one should kind of code in an interview. So the first thing that we will do is we'll create a sum and then we'll go through our nums and then put sum plus is equal to num. Right now, if our sum modulo 2 is not equal to 0, you just return false because then it is not possible. Now in the other case, then what you need to make is target, right? Then your target is sum by 2 because x plus x is equal to 2x, and here 2x is our sum. So and x is something that we need to find, right? Now once you do this, we'll go down and create our DP function. So we have our nums array, and then we are currently at this particular index and call it at, and then our current sum, right? Now if at, first thing that we can do here is that if our sum is 0, then that means that it is possible, right? Now if sum is equal to 0, return true. Then the other thing is that if sum is less than 0 or at is greater than equal to nums dot length, right? Then you return false. Basically, you are out of bounds or you minus something uh, which was greater than your target, right? Now we will try to make it sums, right? So we have options. Billion, or you can say choice one is solve nums. Here we are going to say that okay, I'm not going to take this. I'm just going to move to the next one. Boolean choice 2 is going to be solve nums. Again, you are going to move to the next one, but you are going to say that okay, I'm going to take this nums of I, right? And then in the end, you are going to return equal to choice 1 or choice 2. So here this DP that you have got. So first let's just run this, right? Choice 2. So return solve nums 0, and this is our target, right? Okay, solve nums. Get that. Yeah, so now I'll try to submit this. It should give a TLE because this can go into Stack Overflow. Yeah, so basically you are doing the same iteration again and again, right? So that's why as dynamic programming is based on overlapping, so we'll use memo as this code. Like boolean dot length, whatever is it, then deep. Okay. Yeah, more habited to I, but in interviews we should avoid that and use kind of better naming conventions. Cool. That's the solution, guys. Thank you.